Hello there everyone, welcome to my Warframe Coda Synapse build video. Just a reminder to my close-knit community that watches me, watching a video till the end helps the video immensely. Now those of you who are watching randomly, I don't want to make such a request of you, but if you're willing to watch this video all the way through, I would genuinely appreciate it. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and let's get started, shall we? So what is the Coda Synapse? Well, it's a beam weapon to start with, but it's a heavily crit-focused beam weapon. Kind of like the Kuva Nuke Core, except you don't have to focus on giving it crit chance. It already has that to begin with. A good ton of it, actually. It starts out with 50% crit chance. Let me just move it to my unmodded form, and then I will show you the beginning stats. Let me just move myself out of the way. It starts out with a hefty 40% crit chance and a higher than average 3.9 crit damage. So that's nice. Its status could be better, but honestly, I'll take what I can get here. It starts off with a corrosive element, but my valence bonus is an electricity bonus. So, what are the mods I put on this thing? Well, I'm glad you asked. I am glad you asked. So, let me go back to the other config. We've got an arcane called Primary Merciless on here for a bit of base damage. Yes, I know, it doesn't stack with Serration all too well. I have it on there for personal reasons. It's just a personal thing. You can always choose a different arcane. I just don't have too many primary arcanes with me. We have Vital Acceleration for a bunch of fire rate, Vital Sense for more crit damage, Prime Shred mostly for the punch through, but I will accept the extra fire rate. Malignant Force for more for the status chance, but it also gives me a toxin boost, which allows us to go and get more corrosive damage, which makes this thing a corrosive status monster. Then we have Critical Delay, which gives me a ton of critical chance, which also feeds into Vital Acceleration, because it minuses fire rate, but Vital Acceleration gives us so much fire rate that it doesn't really matter. Then finally, we have Galvanized Chamber for multi-shot and Galvanized Scope for headshot, critical chance. Now, this weapon's unique trait is something kind of meh, but it gives you 20% more damage on headshots. Given how you're going for headshots anyway because of Galvanized Scope, it's just a little bit more of a good thing on an already good thing. Now, I'm going to be using this on my Uriel for one reason and one reason only. Okay, so basically, one of my abilities, Demonium, causes one of my demons to spawn runes on the map. That gives me an extra fire rate buff and fire damage buff, so that gives us another element. This is just personal preference, honestly, but if you got Uriel, it's really nice. Doesn't work as well on incarnate weapons with Uriel. And then we have Arcane Rage for damage on our headshots on Uriel, Arcane Slaw, and Arcane Acceleration for more fire rate on critical shots. We'll be reloading quite a bit, but this weapon's reload rate is quite generous, so I think that's fine. Now we're going to spawn a few enemies and see how that goes. Then we'll take it into a real mission and see how it carries on. Get a few headshots, melt this man. These are heavy gunners, by the way, absolutely being shredded. The extra punch through makes it a lot more efficient in terms of ammo, which I do enjoy. Also, I do have a few pet mods to add to my final critical chance. I'm going to show you them right now in case you don't have them. And if you don't, I will tell you where to get them. It's nothing too bad, it just requires you to max out your Standing with Fortuna. That's the only quote-unquote catch we got there. We've got Reinforced Bond, which means if my companion has more shields than 1200, then my fire rate is increased, which we did reach because of a mod. Then we have Tenacious Bond, which means if my critical chance on my companion is over 50%, then I gain 1.2 final critical damage multiplier. Also, it allows my headshot kills to reduce companion recovery timer by 3 seconds, which is a nice little addition on top of everything. Now let's load up Draco on Ceres and see how this works in a real mission. Alright? Alrighty, we're loading into Draco Ceres to show off this weapon in a proper run. Now, if there's a place you'd rather me demonstrate these weapons' capability in these build videos in, like the Descendia or something else like that, do let me know. Do let me know. Now we're going to do this for a form of crowd control so they don't shoot at me immediately. Because enemies don't like fire! Who would have thought it? Who would have thought the enemies don't like being burned? Who would have thunk it? I could have done my Arcane Hotshot, but I don't have that maxed out yet. But when I do have Arcane Hotshot maxed out, things are going to get funny in the build department. I'm not going to lie, things are just going to be freaking hilarious once I get that maxed out. It's going to take several weeks of farming the Archimedia, though, because, dear lord, I've just started farming the Archimedia, and I'm like, oh, this isn't too bad. Like, I haven't been maxing it out every week, but it's not as terrible as it could be. It's not as terrible as it could be. You know what I'm saying? It could be a lot worse. Especially when you get teammates who know what they're doing in Archimedia, which, to be fair, you're usually getting teammates who know what they're doing, because you're so far into the game to get to Archimedia that it's hard not to know what you're doing at that point. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, burn everyone away, because I do like Brimstone. I'm a Brimstone enjoyer. Deal with it. Deal with the fact I'm a Brimstone enjoyer. Ah! Anyway, gonna talk about my content in general, because I do streaming on the side as well. I do not know why, but the watch time on my previous video is doing a lot better than it normally does. Usually the random people who watch my content only watch for like a few seconds, then pop off immediately. But it seems like the new type of intro is like getting people to stay, I guess? I'm not entirely sure how that's working. Like, how would a close-up of my face get people to stay? Like, I don't quite get it. I don't quite get it. Like, I only did that close-up of my face intro because I fucked up the stream and had to redo it myself after stream. Because stream crashed and I didn't want to do any extra editing. So I just recorded a transparent video of me going like, hey, so we're doing warframe in this video. Enjoy and all that. And like, out of a 48-minute video, like 36% of people watched to the... No, wait, I said that wrong. Everyone watched to, like, the 30-minute mark around, or that's the average watch time. Like, it's very interesting to see how an intro impacts a video's performance. Like, I'm not really huge on analytics, but when I actually think about doing analytics, it's very interesting. Anyway, burning away the entire map. I love Brimstone. If I could get that... I should look up where to get that auger mod that increases your range just a bit more. That would really improve my builds, I'm not gonna lie. I think I get it from a tank if I'm not mistaken. But like, I'm not sure which one. Is it like the one in the Plains of Eidolon? Or, anyway, that's something for me to do off stream. Because I ain't gonna farm for it on stream. It'll probably just be boring to everyone. Comment if you want to see me do it on stream, because then I would be proven wrong. Doesn't chat want to prove me wrong? Anyway, I'm being a little dork. Actually, no, I'm a large dork. I'm actually 6 feet tall IRL. I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy. If I actually worked out, the world wouldn't be safe because of my anger issues. So I'm just like, I'm avoid working out just to nerf myself so the world is safe. Like, I joke about me destroying everything if it weren't for childlike whimsy, but it's less of a joke than I give it credit for. It's much less of a joke than I give it credit for. If I didn't have whimsy, I would destroy everything around me! Die, potato! Alright, we got the acolytes showing up. Just let them pop down. Pop this so they're distracted a little bit. Then pop this for damage vulnerability. You gonna come down here? Thank you! I was about to say, you gonna come down here so I can show off the damage on this thing? Thank you. There we go. Damage is good. But I didn't actually get to show it off because they just let Brimstone annihilate them, which I'm kind of upsetty about. Like, I wanted to annihilate you with the weapon. But no, you had to stay up there and let the Brimstone tear you apart. Wowee, you're so smart for letting my Brimstone tear you apart. Now my demonstration's fucked and I have to do an extra 5 minutes. I'm just joking. I would do the extra 5 minutes anyway, because Daddy needs his watch time to 15 minutes in order to get this video to perform well. It's a shame, really, but It's how the YouTube platforms be YouTubing, and it's how it be YouTubing. Anyway, I'm really glad I have punch through on this thing. It would be a lot worse if I didn't have punch through. I'm not gonna lie. If we didn't have punch through, this would be rough. This would be very rough if we didn't have punch through. Anyway, destroy the chained enemies, and then we should have a full charge of brimstone. We're almost there. I think you. No, I don't want to be on. Let me out. I didn't want to be on this thing. Let me off the ride. Let me off the ride. Anyway, popping my brimstone real quick so I have a chance to heal. I'm doing a lot. I actually really like this gun. It's no incarnate, don't get me wrong, but it's very enjoyable. A beam weapon with punch through, very nice. Speaking of which, I'm looking into doing a Kuva Nucor build in the future. Is that something you would all be interested in? Or would you rather I look into the newer weapons? Like the Sagic. I still gotta make a video for the Sagic Prime one of these days, but like, the Sagic just doesn't like me. I'm gonna leave it at that. The Sagic Prime just doesn't like performing for me. No matter what I do for that thing, it doesn't do enough damage. It goes through too much ammo, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with that thing. It's just not great. It might not be worth making a build video on. But I've already put a Catalyst, Potato, and a shit ton of Forma on it. So I'm probably gonna have to do that anyway, so like, maybe. Anyway, shoot the enemies, shoot the enemies. I do like the crits we're achieving here. Very yummy crits. Also, I finally finished building my Okina Prime. So that's nice. I'm so glad I finally finished building that thing. That thing took so much Forma, you have no idea how much Forma that thing took. Like, it ended up being a melee influence build. Oh! Fun fact! You know, you put Voltaic Strike on a weapon for melee influence. Well, the elements fuse on the Incarnate attack with the Okina Prime, so you actually get magnetic procs, but you're still able to get the electricity procs as well from that, which is really weird. It's a really weird interaction the Okina Prime has. I'm just saying. Melee influence is even more interesting on that weapon because of that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, shoot the enemies till they die. And if you have a weapon you want me to make a build video on, let me know, because I am kind of running out of ideas here. I've done Skana, I've done a lot of the Incarnans. I don't know what I should approach over here, you know what I'm saying? So if you have weapon recommendations or requests, please say them. Because, yeah. I will accept the requests. Also, I hope nobody's rude in the comments. I've had people be rude about my builds before. But then I recently got better at making build videos, so there's been less of them. Also, since I've been requesting people not be assholes. Who would have thunk it? Requesting people not be assholes makes them be assholes less. Who would have thunk it? Anyway, absolutely tore through that Eximus unit. And when I'm done with this video, I'm just going to be doing some Nightwave missions, because I do want to complete the Nightwave this time, actually. I don't complete the Nightwave usually, but I do want the Nightwave credits at the end so I can get more Auric and Potatoes for frames and weapons, mostly weapons. Because I don't think there's going to be too many frames coming out that I want to grab, but like, I do need them for the Gyre Prime build I want to do. I still got to farm Gyre Prime. That's going to be a lot of relic. Oh, wait, hang on. Let me just heal up real quick. I forgot to heal for a moment. That's an oopsie-doopsie on my end. Eto play. Anyway, where's the Acolyte? He should be showing... Oh, God, we're almost out of charge on this thing. Let me just pop one of these. Oh, God. Now the Acolyte's showing up as soon as we're low on this. Let me just hope it doesn't show up immediately. Grab the charge. There we go, he's going to show up shortly. You have lost your way, Tenno. I will help you find it. How about I help you get shot, nerd? That wasn't him. That wasn't him, actually. Then he became invincible for a moment, because fuck me, I guess. Stop teleporting. I can't even see where you are, bitch. I can't even see where Torment is right now. Dear, oh, there you are. There we go. Torment's been defeated. I actually got to show the power of the weapon this time. Isn't that fantastic? Anyway, I at least got to show the power of the weapon this time. It pretty much melted that guy. Now I am going to go cast a brimstone, get out of the level, then we'll do an outro. Also got a few orphans still. I do need that to create Forma. Speaking of which, I may or may not have spent money on Forma the other day, because because they were kind enough to be like, hey, here's 50% off Platinum. I'm like, I do need Forma, and the game's like, you know you want it, you slutty boy. I'm like, yeah, I do. So I got myself like 10 Forma out of that. I didn't spend too much, honestly, but like, it was more than I probably should have. Hang on, I fell off. We're just gonna enable flight this time. I don't even want to engage with that. Alright, where's the exit? Anyway, I might as well do an outro here, and the rest could just be extra watch time if you want to. So, thank you all for watching this far. I hope you all enjoyed the build video I have for you. Let me know any recommendations for builds you have in the comments below, or say I'm really cool, or praise our almighty possum overlord Steve over there. He's secretly an eldritch entity. We joke about him being the opossum in the wall. He was once the pet of the man in the wall, but then the man in the wall was an asshole to him, so Steve ate his toes and ran away, and he just sort of lived in my house ever since. Anyway, I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.